Namaste and welcome back to India Business Insights, the channel. Today, we are peeling back the layers on an industry that was once considered purely functional, often overlooked, and largely unorganized: the Indian innerwear market. But make no mistake, this sector has undergone a dramatic transformation over the past decade. What was once a basic necessity sold from dusty shelves is now a vibrant, brand-driven, tech-enabled and fashion-influenced powerhouse. It is a testament to India's evolving consumer landscape and burgeoning aspirations. In this comprehensive deep dive, we will explore how this multi-core industry is fundamentally structured, which companies are not just surviving but thriving and leading the charge, how global trends are profoundly shaping local preferences and business strategies, the cutting-edge tech and sustainability innovations that are redefining innerwear, India's next big consumer boom, ripe with investment and entrepreneurial potential. So settle in because it is time to truly dive deep into India's innerwear revolution. Let us get started. Market overview: India's rupees 90,000 crore story. The Indian innerwear industry is stepping firmly into the spotlight and its numbers speak volumes. In financial year 2025, this market is valued at a staggering rupees 78,000 crore, which translates to approximately USD 9.2 billion. The industry projections indicate a robust compound annual growth rate or CAGR of 6.7% to 8%, with some estimates even higher for specific segments. This trajectory suggests that the market is on track to nearly double, potentially reaching USD 20.48 billion by 2030. So what is powering this incredible growth? It is a confluence of powerful socio-economic shifts within India. Urbanization and disposable income. As more of India moves into urban centers and incomes rise, discretionary spending on personal care and apparel categories like innerwear naturally increases. Consumers are willing to pay more for comfort, style, and brand. Fashion and hygiene awareness. The pervasive influence of social media, fashion magazines, and global trends has made Indians, especially the younger demographic, far more fashion conscious. Innerwear is no longer just about covering up, it is about personal expression, comfort, and increasingly hygiene and health. Increasing female workforce participation. With more women entering the workforce, there is a greater demand for functional, comfortable, and stylish innerwear suitable for long hours, different outfits, and active lifestyles. This demographic shift is a major growth engine, especially for women's segment. The D2C revolution and e-commerce adoption. This is perhaps one of the most transformative drivers. The rise of direct-to-consumer brands and the exponential growth of e-commerce platforms have made innerwear purchases incredibly accessible, discreet, and diverse. No longer restricted by local shop inventory, consumers can explore a global range of brands and styles from the comfort of their home. When we look at the market segmentation, the dominance of women's innerwear is clear, accounting for approximately 55% of total sales. This segment is driven by a diverse range of products from basic bras and panties to specialized lingerie, shapewear, and now athleisure. Men's innerwear holds a substantial 42%, evolving beyond basic briefs to performance-oriented wear. The kids segment, though smaller at 3%, is rapidly growing, focusing on comfort and skin-friendly materials. We will dive deeper into segment-wise growth next. Segment-wise growth trends. First, women's innerwear, which already accounts for the largest share, is also the fastest growing traditional segment, projected to grow at an impressive 14% CAGR. This robust growth is fueled by several factors. Fashion consciousness. Women are increasingly viewing innerwear as an extension of their personal style, leading to demand for diverse designs, colors, and patterns. Brands like Zivame and Clovia have capitalized on this, offering a vast array of choices. Functionality and comfort. Beyond aesthetic, there is a strong push for comfort. Wire-free bras, seamless designs, and specialized innerwear for different activities. Example, sports bras for fitness are hugely popular. Premiumization and specialization. Demand for specialized items like shapewear, bridal lingerie, and nursing bras is on the rise, pushing consumers towards higher value premium products. Next, men's innerwear is maintaining a steady and healthy growth rate of about 6.5% CAGR. While traditionally seen as a more utilitarian purchase, this segment is also evolving. Focus on comfort and performance. Men are increasingly seeking innerwear made from premium, breathable, and moisture-wicking fabrics. Athleisure influences are strong here, with demand for trunks, boxers, and briefs that offer support and freedom of movement for active lifestyles. Brand loyalty and aspirations. Brands like Jockey, Lux Cozy, and Dollar Big Boss have built strong brand recall in the men's segment, and consumers are upgrading from unbranded options to these established names, often driven by aspirational marketing. Daily Essentials upgrade. The focus is on upgrading daily essentials, better fabric, better fit, longer durability, and improved hygiene features such as antifungal and antibacterial. But the biggest disruptor, the segment that is truly exploding, is Athleisure Innerwear. While it overlaps both men's and women categories, it represents a distinct and rapidly growing trend expected to grow at an astounding 17% CAGR. India versus global export potential. While India's domestic innerwear market is flourishing, let us cast our gaze globally. Despite India being a global giant in cotton production and textile manufacturing, its performance in innerwear exports tells a different story. In FY 2025, India's innerwear exports stand at approximately USD 775 million. Now let us compare that to some of our Asian counterparts. Bangladesh, a country with significantly less domestic consumption, exports innerwear worth USD 1.6 billion, more than double India's figures. Vietnam, another small economy, ships out USD 2.4 billion worth of innerwear. And then there's China, the undisputed manufacturing powerhouse, dominating the over USD 4 billion innerwear exports. This stark disparity raises a critical question. Why is India, with its vast textile infrastructure and skilled labor, lagging behind in innerwear exports? Lack of scale in integrated manufacturing. India often lacks the large-scale, vertically integrated manufacturing hubs, specifically for innerwear, that countries like China and Bangladesh possess. This means less economies of scale, higher per unit cost, and slower production cycles. Lower synthetic fabric adoption. While India is strong in cotton, global demand for performance innerwear heavily relies on synthetic and blended fabrics like polyester, nylon, elastane, and modal. Slower compliance turnarounds. International buyers, particularly from Europe and North America, have stringent compliance requirements regarding labor laws, environmental standards, carbon credits mechanism for Europe, and ethical sourcing. Indian manufacturers sometimes face challenges in quickly adapting and demonstrating adherence to these evolving global standards, which can deter large export orders. Poor global branding and design capabilities. Historically, Indian manufacturers have focused more on volume and cost effectiveness for the domestic market. There's been less emphasis on cutting-edge design, fashion forecasting, and aggressive global branding for innerwear. This limits our ability to capture higher value export markets. Absence of advanced lingerie manufacturing. Specifically for premium women's lingerie, which requires intricate lacework, specialized stitching, and complex patterns, India's advanced manufacturing capabilities are still nascent. This allows international brands like Marks & Spencer and Imante to dominate the high-end segment with India, and similarly restricts India's global footprint in this lucrative niche. That said, it is not at all bleak. India has a distinct advantage and immense potential to dominate in premium cotton-based innerwear products. Our expertise in high-quality cotton can be leveraged for markets in the Middle East, parts of Europe, and even Japan, which value natural, comfortable fabrics. By focusing on niche premium segments and investing in specialized manufacturing, India can carve out a larger share of the global innerwear export pie. Who are the big players? Let us pivot now to the gladiators of this arena, the companies battling it out for market share in India. We will look at the performance of key Indian listed players in FY 2025. Page Industries Jockey License. Financials. Revenue Rs 4,935 crores, net profit Rs 729 crore, EBITDA margin 20%. Analysis. Page Industries, through its exclusive license for Jockey in India, Sri Lanka, Maldives, Bangladesh, Nepal, and the UAE, is the undisputed leader in the premium innerwear segment. Their performance in FY 2025 was strong, with revenue growing by 8% and net profit by a remarkable 28.1%. This profit surge was significantly boosted by a 90% increase in other income. Jockey's strategy hinges on strong brand positioning, extensive retail presence through exclusive brand outlets, and a robust distribution network in multi-brand outlets and general trade. They also effectively leveraged technology, launching the Jockey mobile app, which saw significant consumer engagement, particularly in Tier 2 and Tier 3 markets. While large format stores faced muted footfalls, their focus on consolidation maintained brand premium. New product launches across juniors, women's innerwear, and the Jockey Life collection, alongside encouraging growth from their Speedo franchisees, show a continuous innovation drive. Their high EBITDA margin of around 20% reflect their strong brand equity, pricing power, and efficient operations within the premium segment. Jockey caters to consumers who prioritize comfort, quality, and brand trust, allowing for better margins compared to value segment players. Lux Industries Financials FY 2025. Revenue 2570 crore, net profit 165 crore, EBITDA margin 8.7%. Analysis. Lux Industries is a major player operating predominantly in the economy and mid-premium segments with popular brands like Lux Cozy, Lux Venus, and Gen X. Their official FY 2025 numbers indicated a strong 12% revenue growth and a 30% plus increase in the bottom line compared to FY 2024. Their focus on mass market penetration and extensive distribution has historically driven consistent revenue. Their EBITDA margin of around 9% is healthier than value players but than premium brands, reflecting their market positioning. Lux has been working on premiumizing certain offerings and expanding into newer categories, but their core strength remains affordability and wide reach, particularly in semi-urban and rural markets. Rupa and Company. Financials FY 2025. Revenue 1227 crore, net profit 82.7 crore, EBITDA margin 10.5%. Analysis. Rupa and Company is another long-standing player catering to multiple price segments with brands like Frontline, Macroman, and Euro. The company had very modest revenue growth of 3%, but their bottom line improved by over 19%, primarily because FY 2024 had an exceptional expense of Rs 38.2 million. The EBITDA margin of about 10.5% suggests a relatively stronger cost control or better product mix compared to some mass market players. They have also Dollar Industries. Dollar Industries reported strong single-digit revenue growth of 8.6% in FY 2025, similar to industry peers. However, their net profit growth was a modest 1% and the EBITDA margin is around 9%. Brands like Dollar Big Boss and Dollar Missy cater to the budget category, which is most susceptible to inflationary pressures on raw materials like cotton and synthetic. While their revenue grew, the increased cost of goods sold (COGS) and other expenses rising by 9.1% and 9.4% respectively squeezed their bottom line. Lovable Lingerie. Lovable Lingerie, a player primarily in women's innerwear, has faced significant challenges. Their relatively small revenue and struggle with profitability reflect difficulties in adapting to changing consumer preferences and intense competition from both established players and agile D2C brands. They have struggled to stay relevant and innovate effectively in rapidly evolving market, resulting in negative or very thin EBITDA margin. TT Limited is a well-established Indian textile company with a significant presence in the innerwear segment. While it may not rank among the top 3 players like Page Industries, Jockey, Lux Industries, or Rupa & Co., TT has carved out a niche for itself in a value-for-money segment for the market. Financial overview. In summary, Page Industries leveraging the Jockey brand stands out with superior margins and consistent growth due to its premium positioning. Lux, Rupa, and Dollar, while strong in revenue, face more pressure on margins due to their market segment and susceptibility to input cost fluctuations. The landscape is intensely competitive, forcing every player to continuously innovate and adapt. Manufacturing hubs of innerwear in India. India's innerwear production is concentrated in key textile clusters that offer integrated supply chains and access to skilled labor. Tirupur is undisputed hub for cotton-based innerwear and exports, while Kolkata and Ludhiana remain strong in the mass market and thermal segments respectively. Delhi NCR has emerged as a new base for D2C brands and premium players. Surat and Ahmedabad, with their strong textiles ecosystem, supply synthetic and blended fabrics to innerwear brands across India. The retail revolution, e-commerce and offline innovation. The journey of an innerwear from an almost hidden, often awkward purchase to a mainstream, sophisticated shopping experience has been profoundly shaped by a dual retail revolution. The undeniable rise of e-commerce and parallel innovations in traditional brick and mortar. Let's start with e-commerce transformative impact.
In FY 2024, online innerwear sales surged by over 80%. What's truly remarkable is the penetration beyond metros. Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities witnessed a staggering 75 to 80% growth in online innerwear purchases. This highlights the democratization of access to a broad range of brands and styles, including premium and global ones, thanks to digital payment penetration and efficient logistics. Platforms like Myntra, Zivame, and Clovia haven't just been marketplaces, they have become destinations. They offer extensive product catalogs, detailed sizing guides, customer reviews, and virtual try-on features that empower consumers to make informed decisions. The rise of social media and influencer marketing has further fueled demand, particularly among young consumers who seek personalized recommendations and trend-driven purchases. As of May 2025, Jockey, operated by Page Industries in India, boasts a robust retail presence with 1,453 exclusive brand outlets across the country. This expansive network includes specialized stores such as Jockey Women and Jockey Juniors, catering to diverse customer segments. Consider Bummer, the Indian innerwear brand, which in November 2024 launched India's inaugural vending machines for purchasing innerwear. Starting at Ahmedabad Airport with plans for Mumbai, Delhi, and Bangalore, these machines offer a carefully curated range of boxers, trunks, and boy shorts with an easy-to-use interface. These retail innovations, both digital and physical, are collectively enhancing the customer journey, making innerwear more accessible, comfortable, and appealing than ever before. Fabric innovation and sustainability, the new frontier. Beyond style and convenience, the core of innerwear is evolving through groundbreaking advancements in fabric technology and a growing commitment to sustainability. Modern consumers are no longer satisfied with just basic cotton. They prioritize comfort, breathability, and cutting-edge fabric technology. This has led to a surge in demand for performance innerwear, materials that are moisture-wicking to keep you dry, antibacterial to combat odor, and seamless for invisible comfort under clothing. Shapewear, designed to sculpt and smooth, utilizing highly stretchable and supporting fabrics that offer compression without sacrificing comfort. Athleisure wear, as discussed, this category thrives on fabrics that offer flexibility, breathability, and support for active lifestyle, seamlessly transitioning from workout to casual settings. The shift from traditional cotton products to premium blends and advanced material is gaining a significant traction. Modal, derived from beech tree pulp, modal is known for its incredible softness, breathability, and resistant to shrinkage and fading. It is often used in luxury innerwear for its silky feel. Microfibers. These synthetic fibers are incredibly fine, resulting in lightweight, breathable, and smooth fabrics that offer excellent stretch and moisture-wicking properties. Organic cotton, for the environmentally conscious organic cotton grown without harmful pesticides or chemicals. Bamboo, an emerging favorite, bamboo fabric is naturally antibacterial, hypoallergenic, and highly breathable, making it excellent for sensitive skin and warm climate. Beyond material, brands are focusing on ergonomic designs, wire-free bras, seamless innerwear, and gender-neutral products. Crucially, sustainability and eco-friendliness are no longer niche concepts. They are becoming mainstream drivers. Consumers are increasingly aware of the environmental footprint, leading to demand for ethical sourcing, ensuring raw materials are sourced responsibly and labor practices are fair. Eco-friendly materials, utilization of recycled polyesters, regenerated nylon, and plant-based fabrics that minimize environmental impact. Reduced waste production. Brand adopting practices like zero-waste cutting and on-demand manufacturing. Key challenges and headwinds. Market fragmentation and unorganized sector dominance. This is perhaps the most pervasive challenge. Despite the rapid rise of organized retail and branded players, nearly 60% of Indian innerwear market remains controlled by the unorganized sector. This makes it incredibly difficult for established brands like Jockey, Lux, Dollar, and Rupa to maintain premium positioning or even consistent pricing. Inflation and rising raw material cost. The industry is highly susceptible to fluctuations in raw material prices. FY 2025 saw significant inflationary pressures, particularly on key inputs like cotton, various synthetic fabrics, polyester, nylon, and elastane. These rising input costs directly impact profit margins. Supply chain and manufacturing limitations. India currently lacks large-scale integrated innerwear manufacturing hubs similar to those in China or Bangladesh. This limits economies of scale and makes it challenging to compete globally on price and efficiency. E-commerce challenges and high return rates. While e-commerce is a growth engine, it also presents its own set of problems. changing consumer preferences and brand loyalty issues. Modern consumers are incredibly discerning. They demand premium fabrics, sustainable materials, innovative designs, and a personalized experience. Regulatory and compliance challenges. The industry operates under stringent regulations concerning fabric sourcing, labor laws, and sustainability compliance. Navigating these challenges requires agility, strategic investment, and a deep understanding of both the domestic and global market. Outlook for the future, the next decade. Accelerated premiumization and fabric innovation. The demand for comfortable, breathable, moisture-wicking and antibacterial fabrics will only intensify. Expect more modal, organic cotton, bamboo and advanced synthetic blends. Brands will invest more in R&D to bring cutting-edge materials to the market. E-commerce dominance and deepening digital influence. Online platforms like Myntra, Zivame and Clovia will not just continue to dominate, they will become even more sophisticated. Expect advanced AI-driven personalized recommendations, visual try-on technologies becoming more mainstream, and hyper-localized delivery solutions. Rise of digital-first niche and D2C brands. The success of brands like Zivame and Clovia will inspire more digital-first entrants. These agile brands often focusing on specific niche, example plus size, specific athletic needs and post-maternity will leverage social media and direct consumer engagement to carve out significant market shares. Investment opportunities and key considerations. Here are the key areas for potential investment. Digital first and D2C brands, companies that can effectively leverage e-commerce, social media, and data analytics to build direct relationship with consumers offer high growth potential. Fabric innovation and material science companies. Investing in companies developing advanced, sustainable, and high-performance fabrics like specialized brands, organic textiles, or even smart fabrics with integrated tech could be a game changer. The future of innerwear is deeply tied to material science. Niche segment specialists. While large players dominate, there is immense opportunity in highly specialized segments. Think maternity innerwear, specific athletic support wear, plus-size offerings, adaptive innerwear for differently abled individuals. Competitive landscape. It is a crowded market, especially in the mid-range. Differentiation is the key. Consumer loyalty. Understand how brands plan to build and maintain loyalty in a market where consumers are increasingly switching brands. India's consumer boom and the innerwear story. The story of India's innerwear industry is in many ways a microcosm of India's larger consumer boom. It reflects a nation that is rapidly urbanizing, becoming more digitally connected, and growing increasingly affluent. This isn't just about economic growth, it's about fundamental shift in mindset. From a utilitarian necessity, innerwear has ascended to a category of personal expression, comfort, and well-being. Indian consumers are more aware, more demanding, and more willing to spend on products that enhance their lifestyle and self-image. The confluence of rising disposable incomes, fashion exposure, e-commerce penetration, and a growing emphasis on health and hygiene makes this sector a vibrant and exciting space. It is a market that embodies aspiration, convenience, and a growing desire for quality. So while often hidden from a plain sight, the innerwear industry is truly a dynamic bellwether for India's powerful consumer revolution. And there you have it, a comprehensive look into the Indian innerwear industry. From its impressive market size and growth drivers to the competitive landscape, the transformative impact of e-commerce, the crucial role of fabric innovation and sustainability, and the challenges that lie ahead, we have covered it all. What are your thoughts on this booming industry? Do you have a favorite innerwear brand? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this deep dive insightful, please hit that like button, share the video with your network, and most importantly, subscribe to India Business Insights for more in-depth analysis of India's most exciting business sectors.